Today's video is brought to you by Grey Viking Games. Click the link in the description below to buy MTG Arena codes for cosmetics, packs, and more. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are diving into a Kaya control deck here today. So Kaya the INEXORABLE, 5 mana, 5 loyalty, just an awesome planeswalker that came from here, and I realized I haven't played, I don't think, with this card yet, and so we definitely got to do that today. So the +1, put a ghost form counter onto up to one target non-token creature. It gains when this creature dies or put into exile, return it back to its owner's hand, and you create a 1/1 white spirit creature token of flying. So that's pretty nice with things like Valky. If it ends up dying, we can have it come back and steal something else from the graveyard, or it goes back to hand, we still get a 1/1 with we can play. Skyclave Apparition goes back to hand and we can play it again, do some awesome stuff, Redain, all that kind of stuff. And so then the -3 side of this, exile target non-land permanent. So just any permanent, that's really nice that we can just have the ability to exile anything. It's just a good turn 5 play to just like, you know what, that thing's gone. That's good stuff. The biggest issue that typically has with planeswalkers, you want to have a way to protect itself, and you kind of get that with the +1. Even if something dies, it's going to get a 1/1 blocker out of it, and so it is good. So because it's either dies or exile, so no matter what happens, we're going to get that white spirit token, which should then hopefully block and protect Kaya. And then the -7 ability is really what I'm trying to go for here at this deck here is -7. You get an emblem at the beginning of your upkeep. You may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or from among cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. So if we get Valky exiled somehow, or we get Skyclave Apparition, anything that gets exiled from our Ugin or anything like that happens, we can then cast a legendary spell at the beginning of our upkeep. And so initially I was trying to build around this and I was like trying to do a bunch of legends, and I realized that you don't need that many for this to be valuable. Just having a Valky that's in graveyard, suddenly we have the ability to cast the Tybalt side for free as long as we have the ultimate going off, which, I mean, it does take some time to get there. It's not going to be super easy, but you know, Kaya is still good and we're going to be able to win games even without having that ability. But I wanted to try to make that happen here. And so I'm giving myself the best shot by playing a little bit of control deck while just having a lot of good stuff that we can hit. And I wanted to make sure that I had some good legendary things that, hey, if I can cast this every single turn, it's going to win the game. It's going to be annoying for them. And I tried, I know a lot of people just immediately hate any deck I put an Ugin into, but it is the best thing that's out there right now. It's the best legendary to put into. So I only put 1 copy in, where this should probably be 2 in this deck, but so there you guys go. It is one of the best things that you can cast for free with Kaya, is throw down a free Ugin at the beginning of your upkeep. I mean, come on, that's going to be good stuff. But the other things that we got going for us here, we have Turgid, which is just good in the deck in general. I have a lot more like exile effects, a lot more just destruction and anything, but I did throw in a few ways to sacrifice, a few things for discard, but in general it's more just because we can cast it for free, and either side is going to be good for that because it's just good in a control deck in general. It's either good as a 4/5 menacer that, you know, they can only have 1 creature on the board because we've been clearing everything up and we can get in for 4 points of damage every turn. You know, that's good. The Lantern side of it, awesome as well, just limiting their cards, getting the life total a little bit lower. And with our Rankles, with Valkyries, you know, everything, we do have enough power that we can just be kind of getting in for chip and damage throughout with this deck, and that's kind of the main game plan. And so we also have Valky, of course, we can cast, and Redain, which is just a nice extra value thing that we can play. Both sides are good, and it's good to kind of play up against other control decks, good against you know, aggro decks on the shield side of things. Like, there's just a lot of good things about this card, and being able to cast it for free with Kaya, awesome. And so that is kind of the idea of this deck. As far as lands go, sorry, I guess we'll go into all the removal here. So I do try to keep my intros kind of short and condensed for people, but I've had a lot of people ask for a more like in-depth version as well. So probably what I'll do, and I've done this in the past as well, is do like a quick intro. Here's the idea, and then I'll probably dive into something more. If you guys ever want to jump ahead into the video and get into the gameplay, I do have the timestamps. I always put the gameplay timestamp onto a video most of the time. There's sometimes that there's reasons why I can't or I didn't do it, but for the most part, there's always a gameplay timestamp down there, so you can jump right to the gameplay if you guys want to. If you guys like the channel, first off too, please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, all that stuff, and yeah, I really appreciate it. All right, so let's dive into like the deep dive. So main thing here, we do want to make sure we have lots of removal. Bloodchief Stirs, it just hits so many things that it's definitely worthwhile. Creature or planeswalker, you know, and we can kick it in this deck fairly easily. Glass Casket, I was actually debating on taking this out completely because we're trying to play Ugins, but because I dropped down to 1 Ugin, I figured this is still worthwhile. That's one of the biggest issues here though between Glass Casket and Valky, is that if you do end up exiling the entire board, there's a good chance that they get a lot of stuff back. if we have a Valky out or Glass Casket. And so there is some downside there, but these are such early game plays and such a late game play that most likely that won't come to be an issue. They could end up getting a creature back with Skyclave Apparition if we do that, but hopefully we've taken care of the board enough that we don't need to just wrath the board necessarily, which is one thing. We don't have a lot of board wipes in the deck because we have so much spot removal that I'm hoping I'm not needing it as much. And we have so many creatures out here that I'm not sure if I'm wanting to put in too many things as well. Basically, I think that what you do is you probably take out the Soul Shatters, and let's go for like one more. Let's go Cripple, because Crippling Fear actually would be perfect here. So let's go down one Soul Shatter. Like I said, I'm not as focused on Turgid being the main focus of this deck. It's just a good extra value thing. And so having Soul Shatter is nice. It also just is good. It's making sacrifice the most expensive thing at instant speed is actually a pretty legit card in general. Like it's one of those cards that's almost played often, but because what's the card that's taking Storm by like mono white is the guy gets indestructible 3/1. I can't think of his name right now, but he's always a 2-drop, and there's always 3 drops to be hitting or other 2 drops, so they just sacrifice other stuff. So this card has become less good because of that card. We have so many answers for that here. We have Skyclave Apparition, Glass Casket. We can tap them down with Giant Killers, or try to kill them multiple times, and hopefully they just run out of cards, or make them sacrifice with Wrinkle. So we do have a few ways that we can try to deal with that card here in this, or just like other people with Indestructible. We have enough stuff that I'm not as worried about that in general. So, but anyway, that's part of the reason that Soul Shatter hasn't seen as much play anyway. Elsa's Nightmare going to be awesome against a lot of matchups as well. I just put in like a couple of one-ofs of things that I think were good here. As far as lands go, we end up having I put in 4 of the Savai Triumphs just so we can potentially play Valky. I'm really trying to go mostly for the Kaya side of it and just have a chance to play it if we do find one of these 4. I didn't want to throw in any more of those lands. We have ways to try to run into them along the way, anything like that. And like in my experience, 4 of, it definitely won't get cast that often, but I'm totally fine playing this on turn like 10. And by that point, you still have a decent chance of running into a Savai Triumph. If you're through like half of your deck and doing stuff, then that's going to be good. One issue this deck does probably have right now is that we don't have a ton of card draw. Wrinkle's kind of like our main card draw, and we do have Castle Lockthwain in here, so that is going to be some issue. As far as control goes, typically you want to have more card draw than what we've got here, but we have so much value that we can put onto board that hopefully just taking care of all of their stuff will help us win games and kind of go that way. But we do have a little bit of card draw in here. That's probably definitely the thing that could be slotted in for a little bit more value in this deck is card draw. Typically, if you want to make a deck better, add some card draw, add more lands, that kind of thing. And right now, so 24 lands here, but then I also have Aghanim's Awakening, Hagra Mauling, and Emeria's Call, which gets up to 27 altogether, which I think is a good place for a control type of deck where we do want to be hitting our land drops consistently so that we're not ramping, but we're controlling everything and we're hitting our land drops faster so that we can get up to Ugins on curve. That kind of thing is the idea. All right, so yeah, everything else here, Crippling Fear, Extinction Event, I think are just good removal spells. Each one are better at different times. Sorry, I thought that was Extinction Event, but each Extinction, which I also just want exile target things as well. Like that's kind of what I'm going for. Like I said, I didn't have any like board wipes planned for this deck because I want to try to go for something a little bit different at times. Alice with Conqueror's Death, Tergrid. I mean, these are all just good cards that we have. We are already trying to bring stuff back with Graveyard, so this is kind of like an extra copy of Kaya, can bring back Kaya, and life's good. All right, so that's the deck. I think I've talked about it enough here now. Sorry, I do have a hard time. I'm not as good at going into the deep dives of this stuff, but I hope that was informative for those that are looking for that kind of stuff. And let's go and jump to the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. Up against Rios, we're on the play with a lot of good removal, so I'm going to keep this. We do have tapped lands, which we're going to make work for us. There's an untapped land. That makes this untapped. Life is fantastic. Up against a Yorion deck. I guess some of our removal is not going to be as good against Yorion, but Wrinkle could be nice. Be on the play. Hopefully we'll get some stuff going here. Birth of Meletus. I'm probably just going to go for the Skyclave Apparition now. Valky can hit some stuff. I don't think that they care if... Yeah, let's go for Valky. Alright, Archon. Being able to turn this into an Archon would be amazing. Do they have removal? Doomscar. All right, so we could potentially just do that next turn. I mean, force him to have the Doomscar, but if we can start getting in for some life gain and damage, Doom Foretold's also going to be really annoying. We have Skyclave Apparition for that. Pass to my turn. All right, let's Turgid's Lantern. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely just Doom Foretold. We don't know if they actually have a land. They've foretold the Doomscar, so the board wipe is going to be coming as well. Yeah, I think it's just Turgid's Lantern. We're fine giving him back the Valky if we can keep this alive. Apparition, the Doom Foretold. We'll probably be okay. It's going to be fine. Everything's just fine. Down to 17, pass the turn. Back up to 19. Treacherous Blessing. All right, digging for the land. This also is just good sequencing for them, probably. Yeah, Doomscar is definitely still annoying. I think now we probably either just hit twice with this, or we just start gaining life with Valky. Let's use Thirst. Let's get. Do I want Hugger Mauling down? It does kill Archon. All right, first things first, we do this. If we play Rankle, they Doomscar. If we Blood Chief's Thyrsus, just get him for 2 more points of damage. I probably just want to untap instead, hold up Hogger Mauling, right? In case they do play Archon or something first. I could get in for 3 points of damage. 3 points of damage is a big deal. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And that's the same that we're probably going to get with the Lantern. So we don't get to kill something on the next turn, but we're still getting their life total down. Down to 13. We gain some life. Only question is, do I want Hogger Mauling out? No, I think it's our best removal at the moment. Getting lands would be nice. We have a lot of 5-drops in the deck that we want to get to. It'd be nice to like Kaya on the next turn. If we ran into that, that'd be one of the best things. Kaya is actually really good against this deck. It exiles non-land permanents. Another Treacherous Blessing. Wow. Well, all of the cards. We're potentially hitting for quite a bit here still. Trying to set up for a really good land or Doom Foretold, I'm guessing. I guess just Yorion and Blink those isn't the worst, but okay, foretell something else. We want these to stay on board as long as possible. Like with Lantern and this, that's a really taxing play. They do seem like they have a lot of life gain, but as long as we can stop that from happening too much, we'll be good. I do like Raven's Warning with the Archon. That's pretty cool. Heartless Act to the graveyard. So it's probably another Doom Foretold. First things first. They can also sacrifice. Oh, I guess, yeah, they just have the Treacherous Blessings, huh? To sacrifice here. Darn it. Get him down to 6. Yeah, I should have held off on the Lantern. That was a misplay. Swing in, though. Down to 6. Let's, I think we actually let them draw a card here. Discard and draw. What do I discard? Crippling Fear seems pretty bad here. So yeah, discard, draw. Could end up killing the 1/1. Meh. I might Blood Chief's Thirst this. I guess that also kills Archons and Yorions, whatever else. Down to 5. Pass the turn. Yeah, we just need to stop them from gaining life, basically. I should have held off on the lantern until after they cast something here. That would have been 2 more points of damage. I wasn't thinking through Treacherous Blessing being sacrificed there. That's probably the card that we bring into our deck as well, because we can always target ourselves with the lantern, sacrifice the blessing, but we also don't have that much life gain. All right, down to 4. Nothing to gain life this turn either. We can Apparition, take the Treacherous Blessing, and then Turgid's Lantern. Finding a Turgid would actually be awesome here. So I can do it twice. I just want to scratch, or you know what? We might run into a Tybalt. Let's go ahead and get this out. Can fire this off twice. Get them down to 3. Start forcing discards. Have removal for something. Yeah, let's pass the turn. Own of the Sea. Yep, down to 3. That's what we want to see. We want them to be casting as much stuff before they're gaining any life. And then we just stop them from gaining life, and that's good stuff. This Doom Foretold actually is going to be really annoying, because now that's probably their best play. We also have Castle Ardenvel if they just go for that. Get them down to 2. Okay, they have to play Archon. You have to get some stuff out. Okay, Archon. Raven's Warning was the 1. All right, so we Hogger Mauling first off the Archon. We will fire this off now. Might as well. I mean, they get rid of Treacherous Blessing. There's not going to be casting anything else. I guess we could leave it up. If so many things to sacrifice before anything else. Yeah. Go to 1. Go back up to 3. Rankle wins us the game, right? Castle Ardenvel is pretty good. Yeah, I think we try to leave up the Treacherous Blessing for them. Let's... Okay, we're going to Bloodjuice Thirst this 1/1 right now. I think we hold up Castle Ardenvel, because that is a big deal. I need enough mana for Aghanim's Awakening. Yeah, I have it already. All right, we're good. So pass the turn. I should have left up the other Treacherous Blessing. That was a major misplay. Yeah, just wasn't thinking it through. Archon again. Okay, down to 2. And then Doom Foretold. Which we lose Lantern. Is it worth firing off again? They also get a 2/2. That's the annoying thing here. Yeah, we just hope that we find removal, I think. So Archon comes out. All right, so we activate Castle Ardenvel. We do want to keep Treacherous Blessing out. Because once we kill Archon, this no longer has lifelink. And they're just going to have issues. So resolve Valky. That's a Tybalt we can play. It ain't bad, but it also just dies to Doom Foretold. All right. If we Apparition and kill the Archon, they can't cast anything else, right? You get a 2/2 from this. They just sacrifice Treacherous Blessing on their upkeep. Man, I needed one more piece of removal. Do I cycle this to try to find what can we find? We only have one more mana. Thinking. We can at least replay their Archon if we use this now. I could try taking Doom for Toll, but that just doesn't stop anything. Either way, Archon has to go. Would I rather have it in hand or have a chance at other stuff? Let's go ahead and go for this instead. I want to cycle with Savai Triome is the main thing here. Do I want to do it now? I haven't played a land yet this turn, so let's go ahead and do it now. Okay, pass the turn. If they kill this, we have to discard the Valkyrie. I should have waited. Oops. All right. Let's hope they forget that the Pegasus no longer has lifelink. If they haven't a third, so how many Archons have we gotten rid of? We gave one back to hand. So I think they actually do have another one. No, that's two. Two gone. I mean, in an 80 card deck, they shouldn't have. Oh my gosh. Nice. So I should have, in hindsight, played out Valky to steal the Archon. That's so dumb. Get a 4/4, why don't ya? Oh my gosh. Back up to 3. They've sacrificed the blessing already. For the love. Tybalt. Have to get rid of the Archon. It dies anyway. No attacks. That was ridiculous. So in hindsight, I guess I should have played out the Valky to stop them from doing anything, but they could have just not played anything that turn and been fine. Just sacrifice our Valky then. So we played with the highest odds of winning in that hand there. Did they grab it from like the Raven's Warning? That happened this turn, didn't it? Or the turn before? So they wouldn't have been able to draw it because it happens after. So I have no clue how they were able to pull that off. No blocks. Rankle wins us the game.
To another realm, I suppose.
If they don't have another blocker, they can tap it down, kill the human. Rankle definitely wins us the game. Come on. Yorion, they have enough to play it. Yeah, never mind. We're dead. Actually, we do have enough mana. No, we're 1 mana shy of Kaya into Rankle. Wouldn't matter anyway. We're discarding here, huh? Yep. Oh, it all came down to that. Yeah, good game. We're out of here. Come on. Man, this has been some rough running. All right, up against Tucson. And turn 3 removal spells are still good. Like, we do have a really controlling hand. So being on the draw here, I don't like 3 drops on the draw, but we should be able to answer just about anything with the removal spells that we do have. All right, up against aggro. Yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. More lands. Yeah, oh yeah, there's our red source, but nope. Let's try to find something in the 2-drop slot. We only have so many 1 and 2 drops in general, but they're all removal. They're all tempo of some sort. Crippling Fear. Oh my goodness, that would have been really nice to have in this matchup. Well then. All right, I'm pretty sure I put it to the bottom, and they did grab something else. I mean, that's just how it's going right now. All right. Yes. All right, Elsa's Nightmare at least is going to be pretty decent here. Not playing a land beforehand, and they did before. Down to 14. Of course, they also played Robber of the Rich. Rimrock Knight. All right, so no extra lands. Bloodchief's Thirst is awesome. All right, so Elsa's Nightmare can be nice just because we can potentially get rid of things. I'm probably gonna have to take a big hit here from Rimrock Knight. I think it's just Elsa's Nightmare. Take the Robber of the Rich. We take 4. They're not gonna Embercleave this next turn because only 2 lands. Our life total is definitely going low, but then we have either Skyclave Apparition and Bloodchief's Thirst to kill stuff. Yeah, and that's probably what we're going to do. All right, down to 10. So first off... Ooh, nothing. Only 3 mana, though. Let's try this out. All right, so Skyclave Apparition, hit the Annex. Kill Rimrock Knight with Bloodchief's Thirst now, after Annex is gone. And we can hold up E to Extinction for the Goldsman Dragon. And now I'm actually feeling pretty decent. Agony's Awakening can eventually bring back Skyclave Apparition, potentially. Swings in, yep, no blocks. Still didn't hit a land. Otherwise, they probably go for Faceless Haven as well. I don't know, maybe not. Annex gets eated. Is there anything else we'd rather be doing here? I don't think so. Do I want to get down one of these guys is the question now. I guess let's go ahead and take a look at the top of our deck first. Rankle. Goldsman Dragon is still a few turns away. This Faceless Haven can be really annoying. I'm debating if I want like some sort of answer for that instead. Because that's going to be the thing that I think kills us here. So I think I actually go Graveyard with this. Like, I'd love a Kaya. Kaya would actually be really nice so that I can have this die, comes back to hand and block other things, you know, like get more and more blockers. Aghanim Awakening potentially getting a little bit better now. Let's go ahead and drop the Maria's Call. It's so far away. It could be really good for us in the future, but it's still quite a few turns away. I'm going to go ahead and swing in now. Down to 18. I don't really want to give him a 3/3 and chump just to give him a 3/3. Yeah, we do have an answer for it. But if they find the land here, Faceless Haven is just going to be annoying. Okay, we can deal with that just fine. Ooh, taking 3. Shoulda not. Yep. All right, Bloodchief's Thirst. Kill Rimrock Knight. I think I'm cycling the Savai Triumph. Do I do that now? Yeah, I guess so. Valky could be pretty nice here. Put this on black so we have the Aghanim's Awakening. All right, so now even if this dies, we can bring it back. I was hoping to get up to 4 mana so I can get the Wrinkle as well, which is possible. No attacks past the turn. Yeah, I got a little bit greedy. I shouldn't have attacked him with the Skyclave Apparition. All right, Faceless Haven comes online. Soul Shatter doesn't really deal with that. I think they swing all in. We block the Fervent Champion. I can bring this back again, right? So doesn't swing the Fervent Champion. Yeah, we just block. It dies. They get a 3/3. Elspeth Conquers Death. That doesn't really hit anything, does it? A land would have been so good there. All right, just X3. Are we just dead? We're pretty dang close. If they have anything with haste, we're dead. We really needed a land to get the Wrinkle there. Oh, yeah. Really needed that land. Okay, we still... I think it's actually Fireblade Charger here. Just because it has potential for direct damage. It's more damage on the board than I want to deal with. All right, there's a Goldspan Dragon. And there's our demise. We have to chump block again. We have ECD to take care of that. So I need a 2 mana removal spell. Yeah, no, we're dead. All sorts of dead. Oh man, we got close. Soul Shatter, Apparition, take the Fervent Champion. Died to the 3/3 in the Faceless Haven. So yeah, good game. Good game. Had a lot of good removal. This is where the issue of not having board wipes, but I'm not sure if that would have been better than just like hitting the right things at the right time, you know. We had a lot of potential answers. Just didn't finish it out in time. That was part of the issue there, was that we were on the draw and we didn't have anything for turn 3 up against a mono red deck. That was really the issue, is that we just kept the wrong hand for the wrong situation that we didn't know about. Up against Carbapenem, and not sure what that means, but it's probably real profound. All right, keep this. Up against Lurus deck. up against rogues. Ew. We do have some good removal here. All right, Triome, pass the turn. Wouldn't mind finding another land so we get Fabled Passage untapped. But Glass Casket, Valky are going to be decent. I'm fine if this ends up going to the graveyard. Yeah, mill a card over. That's the untapped land we really wanted. All right, well, that works too. All right, so I think it is Valky first. I don't really care glass casketing this guy. What do we still? Really? Nothing? Nice. Then just the Heartless Act. Don't even care about it. Sounds great. Well, drats. Man, if they found the card here, that's gonna be really annoying. Okay, pass to my turn. Eat to Extinction. Let's swing in with Valky. Down to 18. Yeah, we just passed the turn. I'm not going to throw out Glass Casket onto this. We're still winning the race, and so that's fine. They're just milling over, trying to get us up to 8 as quick as possible. I'm winning the race. I'm winning the race. So what do we know that they have? They have a Heartless Act. We're up to 3 here. They can't drown in the lock our stuff. So we could try to go for a Rankle. I could hold up E to Extinction. Let's go ahead and throw out the Fabled Passage then. Getting out Temple of Silence so that I could play out the 5 drops would be nice. I think I'm just going to hold on for E to Extinction. Try to get them to counter on the end step. We're just going to try to hit something. I mean, right now we're still winning the race technically, so I'm not really worried. They just have lots of really good cards too, though. It's like, this is bad, you know? Not good stuff. Down to 16. Yeah. Not going to play anything out. All right, we sacrifice here. Maybe getting out the lantern side would be the best play in the last turn, actually. Yeah, I think I did misplay there. So if I had gotten out the lantern, they wouldn't have had the cards in graveyard for the Drawn on the Lock. So that was the best play, and I missed it. Pass to my turn. ECD. We want something bad on the top. Sure. If they don't mill over, then that's fine. We can eat to Extinction and get it off the top. Gonna swing in now. Now we're in this awkward place again where we don't really have counter spells. Maybe I just want to get their stuff out of their deck. We also fill our graveyard more if they counter stuff. Again, we're winning the race at the moment. They've got a 1-1, we've got a 2-1, right? So take that, fool. Ruin Crab. Yeah. Land. If they counter here, then they can't into the story. I guess we wait and see what else they've got. We are going to eat to Extinction the Ruin Crab at some point. I'd rather get them to counter here. Try to resolve like a Rankle. Life's good. All right, eat to Extinction. I'm guessing they just let this resolve to stop whatever else you play. Yeah. Graveyard. Do I want a 6 land? If we find a Tibble or another Valky, that could be really nice, like just to get us a little bit higher in ramp. We still have lots of lands to run into. I'd rather find action. Pass to my turn. That's good. That lets us at least play something out. They probably need to counter this just because we end up taking stuff out of their library. We can still Glass Casket this. Keep putting on the pressure. Draw on the lock. Okay. Yeah, we just wanted that out of the hand. They will trade off here. Now they just sacrifice it. Draw a card. This has better targets, but right now I'm just trying to get in for damage. We haven't seen another rogue yet. Yeah, if they got it, they got it. The 1/3 flash flyer is the one we're not wanting to see. I'm fine trading off here. That'd be great. Mill 2. They probably just let it go through, right? They're winning the race now. I'm winning the race. You can also just Heartless Act if they want to. Yeah, okay. Down to 12. Pass the turn. Into the story main phase. That bodes well for us if they don't have that much good stuff. Fable Passage without a crab. Down to 13. All of the 5 drops or 4 drops. A little bit hard to play multiple things on a turn to try to get around counter spells. Definitely have them. Let's just play the best things. If like Turgid, they have removal for Turgid as well. So I think the best potential play for us is the Lantern. Rankle does die immediately as well. Kaya could be really good here, but I want that to resolve the most. And so I'm going to try to bait out some more counter spells here. Right now they don't have as many lands up, but Turgid's Lantern, here we go. All right, activate. Now we are winning the race. I think I still block the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Pass the turn. I want them to get rid of the Heartless Act if I can. I mean, so many cards now. Yeah, this is one of the biggest issues is we don't have as much card draw. But I mean, we still have 4 cards in hand. It's just we've not been playing as much. Ruin Crab. 35 cards left. I mean, if we get Kaya to stick, it's not as bad. All right. They didn't play another one. That's a little bit telling of what other cards they might have. They haven't seen rogues in a while. Nope, cancel. Block. We are definitely willing to trade here. We actually do want Valkyries in the graveyard to bring it back with Kaya. Now... All right, we're going to make this happen first. If they do discard something good, getting out the Turgid would have been better first, but down to 6. All right, now resolving a Rankle is actually really important. So let's go for Kaya first, because I'd actually rather resolve the Rankle now. And if we get up to more lands, if we get to 8, we can Rankle and play out like, or untap the Lantern. Okay, drawing the lock. Yep. This Lantern is definitely getting to be a better place. The more cards they have in hand, though, the more they can discard. Thieves Guild Enforcer. They're going to have to start pressuring us a little bit more aggressively now. That stinking Heartless Act is really annoying. Oh, man, they keep milling over so many good things. Yeah, just a handful of 5 drops is a little bit annoying. I really wouldn't mind finding a land now. Pretty great. They haven't seen anything to be using the Heartless Act on. Alright, Apparition. It might be better just to untap the Lantern and hit that, but I am going to get this... Actually, which one do I want to get off the board here? I'm fine trading off... Ruin Crab might be worse for us. Luris comes back to hand. We have Elspeth Conqueror's Death for that. Well, let's just stop damage for now. Hitting the Ruin Crab, they could have swung in. We might have gotten rid of both of them. But I'm pretty sure it's Heartless Act here just to kill, get some pressure. Another Into the Story. Oh my gosh. Dude, that card is busted. It actually is a fair card. It's just that the deck that was given to this card is busted. Completely unfair. These Golden Enforcer. Yep, mill some more. We are getting to where our library is looking not so great. Down to 12. So many cards in hand. They might be fine discarding here. If they take 3, we're going to try for the Wrinkle. Okay, they just sacrifice something. Now, do we ECD? And they have so many cards that they're going to have counter spells. We've seen 2 Drown in the Locks already. There still are decent odds that they don't have it. And then they just gain life with Luris. So yeah, we have to resolve this to win. It all comes down to this. Luris gone. Get out of here. ECD is awesome for us. We get a free Kaya back. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, okay, that is Aghanim's Awakening here. Crap. He's Golden Enforcer. Lots and lots of damages. Lots of mill. Yep, down to 12. This game is still pretty close. This Wrinkle can be... Oh no, Flyer. I think it comes down to whether or not we can get to the 3rd chapter of this before everything goes bad. There are only 6 cards left. It doesn't look good. I'm not gonna lie. Wind Robber. More stuff. Yep. Yeah, guys. This one's I think we're just dead, right? Any rogue and we're dead. 3 cards left. Do you have 1 rogue? Are they gonna slow roll it here? Aghanim's Awakening now. Get some rogues in there. Yeah, okay. Good game. Alrighty, you got us. Oh, flipping rogues. Up against Solid Snake, tap lands and all the expensive stuff. No, we're not gonna have that one. Sure, we'll keep this. This is good removal, but up against an aggro deck, it's not great. All right, we have a Scry though. Bloodchief's Thirst. Is it control deck? Bloodchief's Thirst still hits a couple things there that are going to be nice. If it's like a Sprite Dragon deck, then I definitely want this. If it's Bone Crusher, I guess I don't care about it as much. So to the bottom. I'd rather find like a Turgid's Lantern for this matchup or something else. That could be really good. All right, they do stomp our face. Getting stampy. All right, Bone Crushy. We want as much of their removal or like their damage dealing spells to not go at our face. So if they have a removal for this, it's annoying, but we at least tempo them out a little bit here. Redain is pretty sweet stuff. Which side do I want this on, actually? All right, we're going to attack in. They don't have Snowlands for the Faceless Haven. Yeah, Snowlands come in tapped. Can't cast expensive stuff. If you have to counter this, and then hopefully Kaya resolves. Frostbite. Okay. I should have thrown out the Temple of Silence there. That was a major misplay. Major misplay. Brazens and Borrows. Rude. Foretells. So they have Sought coming mana up. They don't have enough to bring out Brazen Borrow just yet. Redain is still pretty sweet for us. We'll throw out Redain. I think it's good enough against their deck that they're going to have to counter it. Bolt Multiverse, okay. So yeah, that would have cost 2 more, so they do it now. This 3/3 is going to get annoying. Hopefully Kai can kind of stop that. They're going to still have to deal with Redain. Hogger Mauling. Yeah, more removal is nice. We'll keep it. It is expensive removal, but I'll take it for right now. Fabled Passage cracks it. All of your lands, I'm guessing, are snow lands, so it comes in tapped. Oh, wait, no, that's right. Fabled Passage still untaps it, because it happens after, so that if you control 4 more lands, untap that land. So it enters tapped, and then it untaps. I forgot about that. It's so good. All right, let's take 7. Yeah, it takes 7. I think having a Redain out is still nice. I forgot about that. I've even done that in the past a time or two, and still so good. All right, do we get out the Kaya? Kaya! How much mana do we have? Yeah, next turn we can maybe Hogger Mauling and Apparition. So let's just go Kaya. Get rid of Goldspan. Oh, 2 mana. No negates. Please no negate. Say it ain't so. No! Oh, I wasn't even... With everything else they were playing, I was hoping they weren't playing as many negates. I thought it was just going to be like Sought coming, but I guess negate is so necessary in the format right now. All right, now we have to chomp. Down to 5. Land for... I don't know, something? Shark Typhoon. Playing it out? Oh my gosh. Crap. All right, we Hogger Mauling, kill the Goldspan Dragon. It gets targeted, they get the treasure. Yup, and then they counter. Yup. Actually, I'm hoping they throw out Brazen Borrower here. That would be the perfect thing for us. So it dies. I'm hoping that they play out Brazen Borrower now. Darn it. So to not die, we have to play out Skyclave Apparition. Gosh dang it. Non-token permanent. Oh. Yep, shatters. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good game, sir. Man, this deck is not looking great right now. Goodness, guys. I don't know how that went so wrong. I do feel like this deck has a lot of good pieces in it. It's just not good against a lot of... You know what? The biggest issue is I didn't run up against a single aggro deck. The one aggro deck that we did run up against, we kept a bunch of 3-drops on the draw. And I even then we started doing okay until we were dead. Man, that's... This was just some bad running, and I want to play some more games and record them, but there is also a level of I'm trying to do 2 videos a day, and sometimes I only have so much time to throw into each video, and I really appreciate all the support you guys have. I hope that... I know some people just absolutely hate whenever I post videos without wins, but at the same time, though, I want to post more decks. I want to post more ideas, more fun stuff, and so I hope you guys... are okay with this for this time. I do want to play more, but it's also one of those, like, sometimes decks just don't have it, and I don't want to waste my time on that when I could be getting better content out for other stuff. And so I could just not show this video up. Like, I'm probably going to post this one, but I could just not show this one. But I'd rather get the content that I've recorded out there for you guys. A lot of people still enjoy it. There's still, you know, for every 100 people that absolutely hate this, there's 5,000 people that do enjoy stuff, you know, and so I hope you guys enjoy it. And here we go. Next one. Bye.